Short exercise 5-4, journalize sales transactions with discount, no sales return. So we have to journalize the following sales transactions for Acton boats. Explanations are not required. So on March 1st, we sold some boats on account, and then on March 12th, we received a payment, less the discount. So on March 1st, Acton Boats sold $200,000 of boats on account. So we are Acton Boats here. Credit terms are 2/15. So again, if our customer pays within 15 days, we give them a 2% discount. And then net 30. So if they pay after that 15-day period, but they need to pay before the 30-day mark, that is, they owe the net amount to Outdoors Unlimited. So that's our customer. And cost of goods sold is $80,000. Begin by preparing the entry to journalize the sales portion of the transaction. Do not record the expense related to the sale. We'll do that in the following step. So they're referring to the cost of goods sold is the second step. So our first step here, what did we get for the sale of these boats? Did we get $200,000 cash? No, we had $200,000 in sales on account, which means we are using AR. And then AR increases with a debit, so it will come first. So we'll have accounts receivable, Outdoors Unlimited, and we sold them for $200,000. And then we are going to need a credit for $200,000 to balance our transaction. And what did we have? We had sales, and sales go up with a credit. So we have sales revenue right there. And we don't need an explanation for this one, so we can go ahead and check our answer. Well done. Okay, so now we have to journalize the expense related to the March 1st sale. The cost of goods is $80,000. So what type of account is cost of goods sold? It is an expense. And then if you'll remember, with expenses, they go up with a debit. So that will be our first account. So the cost of goods sold for $80,000. So this is the cost of the boats to us that we are then expensing here. So then next up, what will be our credit for that $80,000? Well, we are getting rid of some inventory. So that is going to be a credit to decrease our merchandise inventory, our boats. Let's go ahead and check our answer. Good job. All right, and then our last journal entry here, Actors receives payment from Outdoors Unlimited on the amount due less the discount. So again, what are our credit terms? If they pay within 15 days, we give them a 2% discount on the amount that they owe. And if you'll notice, our sale happened on March 1st, and then this payment is on the 12th. So that means it is within that 15-day period. So they will be receiving the discount. Let's start with the easiest account to understand. Again, what did we receive in the first transaction from this Outdoors Unlimited? We got accounts receivable. So we haven't received any cash. However, in this bottom journal entry, we are getting rid of that accounts receivable because they are paying us. So that means since we debited accounts receivable up here, in order to get rid of it, we need to credit it. So that is going to be our credit. We're going to skip the first two lines, and I'll show you why in just a minute. So credit for $200,000. And then our customer will be getting a discount. So we will put sales discounts in right here as one of the debit accounts. And you'll notice we are debiting sales discounts. And if you look at our accounting equation over here, sales discounts increase with a debit. So they are getting a sales discount. And that is going to be 2% then of the $200,000, and you can either do that in your head or calculator, but that amount is going to be $4,000, which is 2% of 200,000. Now you'll notice our transaction does not balance. What are we receiving? We are receiving a payment of cash. So our cash is going to be going up with a debit as well. So we're going to need the balancing amount, which will be 196,000 in order to get debits to equal credits. And then you'll notice if we put the sales discount for some reason on the credit side, that would not balance our transaction. So that, again, that's another reason why sales discounts are debited outside of what we reviewed in the T account. So let's go ahead and check our answer. Excellent.